when a man loses his family, he'll either chase love or control. In 2025, just when fans thought the Brown family drama was finally over, two shocking storylines collided. 1. A mysterious pregnancy announcement that promised new beginnings, and the other, a father's cold refusal to meet his children halfway. Headlines screamed, "Kody demands his kids come to him." Robyn's cryptic post stuns fans. What began as a quiet restart turned into a national reckoning about ego, motherhood, and the kind of love that comes with conditions. But what if the pregnancy wasn't real? And what if Kody's control ran deeper than anyone ever realized? Part 1. To understand the storm that's about to hit, we have to go back to the silence after Christine, Janelle, and Meri all walked away. When the cameras stopped rolling, Kody was a man without a family except for Robyn. The once proud patriarch of a plural marriage empire now found himself cornered by his own choices. Robyn, the youngest wife, tried to hold on. She believed that love could be rebuilt if only they could start fresh. But starting over meant facing America's judgment and the sister wives' fandom's fury. Was Robyn the villain or just the last one standing? By early 2025, insiders close to the Browns said Robyn pushed Kody toward therapy and faith. They began filming private family sessions not for TLC, but for themselves. It was their chance to heal. But beneath the calm, cracks were forming again. Kody wanted to rebuild his image to prove he was still a leader, a father, a man who could inspire. Robyn just wanted love. Until one secret turned their fragile peace into a national headline. It began with a single post, a cryptic Instagram story. A new chapter begins. Fans assumed it was about her kids, until Robyn appeared in a long, flowing dress, hand resting softly on her stomach. Within hours, #Robyn Brown pregnant trended across TikTok and X. The internet exploded with questions. Was it real? Was Kody finally having baby number 19? Or was it another publicity move? But then, TLC insiders confirmed what no one saw coming. Yes, Robyn was expecting. And yes, Kody was overjoyed. But not everyone was. Because behind that joy was betrayal. Christine reportedly broke down in tears during a family group chat saying, "After everything, he still doesn't get it." Janelle unfollowed Kody's fan page. Meri, quietly, posted a single quote, "Sometimes closure means saying nothing." For many viewers, this wasn't a celebration. It was a slap in the face. The man who had abandoned 3 wives now claimed redemption through a new baby, while the others were still healing. But then came the twist. A detail buried in the pregnancy, reveal video, a ring that didn't belong to Robyn. Fans froze the footage, frame by frame, and what they found changed everything. In an exclusive leak, it was revealed that the pregnancy announcement had been filmed weeks earlier during a secret family meeting. And the ring? It wasn't Robyn's. It was from one of Kody's older daughters, Maddie. The so-called pregnancy wasn't Robyn's at all. The announcement was symbolic, representing a new birth of the Brown family legacy through the next generation. But by the time fans found out, the internet had already decided Robyn lied. For Kody and Robyn, the backlash was instant. For the Sister Wives fandom, it was betrayal all over again. They wanted truth, and instead, they got theater. But behind the outrage was something deeper, a plan to return to TLC screens one last time. In March 2025, Kody and Robyn confirmed filming had quietly resumed for Sister Wives. Redemption, the baby that never was, had become the storyline that might save them. Some say it's manipulation. Others say it's closure. But maybe for the Browns, it's both. Because in the end, the story of Sister Wives was never about plural marriage. It was about people searching for love in the ruins of their own choices. And if Kody and Robyn truly are starting fresh, maybe that's the ending fans didn't expect, but the one they needed. What do you think? Was this pregnancy reveal a publicity stunt or a misunderstood message of hope? Drop your thoughts below. Part 2. Once upon a time, the Brown family was the face of modern plural love, a symbol of faith, family, and unity. But by season 20, that dream had collapsed. Christine, Janelle, and Meri had all walked away, leaving Kody and Robyn alone in a house built on memories. Now, the only connection Kody had left were the children caught in the crossfire, kids who no longer wanted to visit unless he made the effort. Instead of meeting them halfway, Kody drew a line. He told them, "I'll be here. If you want to see me, you know where to find me." But behind that calm delivery was years of resentment, and one secret that would make fans furious. According to Janelle, the kids weren't being distant, they were hurt. Kody's strict COVID rules, his temper, and his emotional distance had already pushed them away. But instead of rebuilding bridges, Kody built rooms. In episode 3, Kody talked about adding extra rooms for the kids who barely visit, as if comfort could replace communication. To fans, it felt tone-deaf. How do you plan bedrooms for kids you refuse to drive to see? Was Kody trying to welcome his kids back, or build a kingdom no one wanted to live in? As the episode aired, social media lit up like wildfire. One fan wrote, "Kody wants his kids to come crawling to him. That's not parenting, that's power play." For years, viewers had watched Kody demand loyalty and label independence as betrayal. But this time, it wasn't the wives pushing back. It was the kids. Gabriel and Garrison, still grieving their broken bond, refused to earn their father's love. Garrison's silence became a symbol, a protest that spoke louder than any confession. But what fans didn't know was that this episode almost didn't air. Production insiders revealed that Kody reportedly argued with producers about how his words would be portrayed. He feared being labeled the villain dad. But TLC refused to cut the footage, saying, quote, "The audience deserves the truth." That decision changed everything. What was meant to be another family discussion became a defining episode, the one that exposed the last cracks in Kody's self-image. Behind the scenes, Robyn tried to defend him, telling producers that Kody was just tired of rejection. But fans didn't buy it. Kody's not tired of rejection, he's tired of accountability. And when Janelle finally broke her silence, the narrative flipped again. In her confessional, Janelle didn't mince words. She said, "He doesn't want to do the work. He wants the image of being a dad without the effort." It was the statement that summed up the entire episode, and perhaps the entire show. For the first time, Kody's emotional armor cracked. Fans noticed his voice trembled, not from guilt, but frustration. He still believed he was right. That's when viewers realized the truth. Kody wasn't losing control of his family. He was losing control of the story. And the twist? This episode wasn't just about the kids. It was about Kody versus the audience. As episode 3 ended, fans flooded the Sister Wives subreddit with one unified message. We're done watching him blame everyone else. For years, viewers rooted for Kody to change, to evolve from patriarch to parent. But now, America's mothers, daughters, and wives saw through the act. This wasn't about faith or plural love anymore. It was about power and what happens when the man who built a family refuses to meet that family halfway. In the next episodes, Kody would try to rewrite his image once again, but the damage was already done. The father who once led 4 wives couldn't lead his own children home. And maybe that's the real tragedy. Not that the family broke apart, but that pride built the walls too high for love to climb. What do you think? Is Kody a misunderstood father doing his best, or a man too blinded by control to see his mistakes? Tell us in the comments below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Season 20 wasn't supposed to happen. After Christine left in 2021, Janelle followed, and Meri finally walked away. Kody and Robyn were all that was left of the once sprawling, plural family empire. TLC executives reportedly questioned if the show could survive without its core dynamic. But then, in early 2025, whispers began. Kody and Robyn had started filming again this time, promising fans a building season. A story about redemption, healing, and legacy. But beneath the marketing spin, the wounds were still bleeding. Fans didn't want redemption. They wanted accountability. And that's when 2 stories, one about a baby and one about control, collided in the most unexpected way. It began quietly. Robyn's Instagram story, a pastel background, soft music, and a caption, "New chapter loading." Within hours, speculation exploded. Was she pregnant? Was this TLC's secret teaser? No way Robyn's pregnant again, she's 46. TLC trying to bring drama back with a baby plotline. Then, in a teaser clip leaked to Reddit, Robyn appeared in a flowing white dress, resting her hand on her stomach. Fans were convinced Kody was having baby number 19. But while social media went wild over the so-called pregnancy, episode 3 of season 20 dropped, and suddenly, nobody was talking about the baby anymore. Because Kody's own words revealed something far darker, not about Robyn, but about the way he viewed family. In episode 3, Kody sat down for what was supposed to be a routine confessional. Instead, he ignited outrage across America. He looked directly at the camera and said, "They can come see me if they want. I'm here. I'm not going to chase anyone." For a man once preaching unity, it was a moment of chilling detachment. Fans flooded the Sister Wives subreddit with fury. He's acting like a landlord, not a dad. Imagine telling your kids they have to earn your attention. This is beyond selfish. It's psychological control. Instead of meeting his children halfway, Kody planned extra rooms for the kids who barely visit. To him, fatherhood could be built like architecture, four walls, no effort. Viewers couldn't look away. The man who once led 4 wives now couldn't lead himself out of loneliness. But while fans turned against him, Robyn made her move. As backlash grew, Robyn tried to redirect the narrative. A week later, she confirmed what everyone assumed, that the announcement was about family renewal. But then came the twist. Sources close to TLC revealed that the scene wasn't shot in real time. The pregnancy theme was symbolic, a metaphor for a birth of the Brown legacy. In the leaked production notes, a line stood out. Scene 7, symbolic baby Brown family rebirth, not literal. Fans felt betrayed. A viral TikTok racked up 3 million views overnight. They faked a pregnancy to save ratings? Emotional manipulation 101. So Kody wants love on his terms, and now Robyn wants sympathy on hers. What was meant to heal their family instead confirmed what viewers already feared: the Browns had become a brand, not a family. But the biggest twist wasn't the fake pregnancy. It was how the kids responded. In private interviews filmed weeks later, Janelle's sons, Gabriel and Garrison, broke their silence. They spoke about how their father's version of love always came with terms. Garrison reportedly said, "He wanted us to come to him like subjects, not sons." Gabriel, still emotional over their estrangement, added, "I stopped reaching out because it felt like begging." TLC confirmed that this footage almost didn't air. Kody reportedly fought to cut it, arguing it made him look ungrateful. Producers refused. When the episode aired, the audience erupted. On Facebook, a top comment with 30,000 likes read, "Those boys didn't abandon their dad abandoned effort." For fans, that moment became the emotional climax, the children no longer pleading for attention, but finally drawing boundaries. And just when it seemed the damage was done, Robyn's final confession changed everything. In a later episode preview, Robyn broke down on camera, saying, "We thought we could rebuild something that's gone." Behind the tears, fans saw truth not about pregnancy, but about desperation. Kody and Robyn's attempt to rebrand as the new start had backfired. Christine thrived in Utah. Janelle found peace and independence. Even Meri started traveling again. But Kody? He was stuck in a house full of empty rooms, each one a reminder of relationships he refused to repair. And that's the irony of it all. The man who demanded love on his terms ended up with no one left to meet him halfway. The pregnancy wasn't a lie. It was a metaphor, a family trying to give birth to a legacy that could no longer breathe. And as fans across America closed the book on season 20, they weren't asking what's next for Kody and Robyn. They were asking, how did it come to this? The internet became the courtroom. Within hours of the so-called pregnancy reveal, Reddit threads crossed 10,000 comments. TikTok was flooded with split-screen reactions, half disbelief, half exhaustion. We're not buying the symbolic excuse. They'll fake anything for attention. Kody doesn't need another baby, he needs a mirror. On Facebook, Sister Wives moms compared the moment to emotional manipulation, the way some parents dangle love like a prize. It wasn't just outrage. It was heartbreak viewers realizing they had cared more about this family's unity than the family itself seemed to. But the backlash did more than trend. It forced TLC to make a choice: tell the full truth, or lose the trust of millions. To understand why fans reacted so strongly, we have to go back, way back. 2010. TLC introduces Sister Wives, 4 Wives, One Dream of Unity. 2014. Kody legally divorces Meri to marry Robyn for custody reasons. 2018. 2020. Financial strain and Coyote Pass delays sow tension. 2020-2021. COVID restrictions isolate the family. Christine calls it the beginning of the end. 2022. 2023. Christine, then Janelle, then Meri walk away. Every headline, every tear, every exit led here a man once surrounded by 4 women, now alone in a house of echoes. But even alone, Kody still demanded to be followed. Psychologists who study reality TV dynamics say what we're witnessing isn't rare, it's textbook. When a person's sense of identity depends on being filmed, loss of control can feel like loss of self. That's when power becomes a comfort blanket. Therapist and author Dr. Melissa Grant explains, Kody's insistence that the kids come to him is a form of narrative control. In his world, admitting fault equals losing authority. The tragedy? He's fighting to protect a role, not a relationship. And that's what makes this story universal. Millions of women recognize this pattern not from TV, but from real life. For many American women, watching Sister Wives isn't just entertainment, it's therapy in disguise. They see pieces of their own lives, the emotional labor, the unequal effort, the quiet endurance. And when Christine, Janelle, or even Meri finally walked away, it felt like victory for every woman who'd ever had to start over. The Browns may never find the closure they're chasing, but their story keeps reminding viewers that freedom is never selfish. It's survival. But just when you think the story's over, a new voice steps forward. Next time Christine breaks her silence about what really happened the night the family fell apart, and why one secret recording could rewrite everything. What do you think was the pregnancy? A heartfelt metaphor, or just another manipulation to control the narrative? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for our next deep dive. Christine's freedom, the woman who walked away from control. Because in the world of Sister Wives, the truth isn't just on TV. It's written in the faces of those finally free.